What's up, everybody? This is Lee. As always, welcome back to the channel. And if you have not, if you have an interest in getting your Mac on in a bigger and better way, check out my ebook, 10 Easy Hacks for Guys to Get More Sex in the Next 30 Days. 10 Easy Hacks for Guys to Get More Sex in the Next 30 Days. The link is in the description box below, as well as other cool tools to help you live your best life. All right, let's get right to it. So this topic came about. I mean, like I've touched on this kind of before, but I think I don't know if I touched on it really directly like this. So this came up because I was in a meeting today where the gentleman kind of like heading up the meeting was talking about how successful another guy in the organization has become in a very short time. And one of the other gentlemen in the meeting just made the comment, he asked, well, what kind of car does he drive? To which the gentleman hosting the meeting said, hey, not like hosting, but like running it, it's like, hey, I think he has a Toyota Corolla. He said, like, he's not really driving like an all that ride, he said, but it doesn't really matter. And that brings me to the point of this, which is a lot of you guys out there are, even, in spite of all the red pill knowledge out there, a lot of you are still hung up on the old school thing of, I need to get a hot car to get your chicks. Here's the thing, man. Nothing could be further from the truth. And actually, if your game isn't tight, and if you have not internalized that you are that dude, it's actually only going to make things worse. And I say that because then you'll truly never know whether she's into you for your car or for you, right? And the women out here that are really attracted to expensive cars. And let me just say that there's a difference between appreciating something luxurious just for the sake of its lines, its beauty, all the, nice leather and, all the, nice, amenities, and really being hung up on that kind of, thing. So the chicks that are hung up on that, they're the type, they are even more likely to just soak you, man, because they're going to use all types of psychological warfare, okay, so that, well, they're going to expect that since you're rolling this expensive ride, that now they're going to want to go to expensive places that are kind of not, what's the word I'm looking for, that are in, keeping or befitting of, having this $80,000 ride or $100,000 ride or even $50,000, So, then, they're going to want stuff. I mean, they're going to want things generally anyway, but when you're coming into the game as you're a, for lack of a better word, baller, they're going to put pressure on you to do ballerific shiggity. Now, here's the thing. I was just like any other cat, right? I came up in New York in the era of dudes, getting money in less than legal ways, and basketball cats and all that, and the thing was to have some exotic ride. And when I came up, guys were putting rims on cars. I mean, they still do that, but there were all types of kits and stuff, like all types of expensive sound systems. I mean, a guy could take a car back then, let's say like a Nissan Maxima back then, let's say it was like 25, grand. by the time they got done with all this stuff, it could have been a $50,000 maximum by the time they put rims on it and a full body kit and a sound system and TVs in the back. You know what I mean? Like, it was serious. So I'll tell you what changed it for me. Okay. So at some point, okay, I guess like maybe in the early 90s or something like that, there was a newspaper picture. I think it was the New York Daily News, maybe, or maybe it was the Post, okay? And it was a photograph of John F. Kennedy Jr. riding a bike. He was riding a bike, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in the Village, but it could have been, in the 50s somewhere, but it was somewhere in Manhattan. And at this point, I think he had already been named the sexiest man alive. And he's riding a bicycle in Manhattan, okay, and looking just as normal, right? And I was like, son of a gun, this dude might not even own a car. And even if we throw out the fact that he's living in Manhattan, okay, even so, the kind of money he has, he could own a car there, but I don't think he even does. Now, we found out later that he owned a plane, and sadly, things didn't work out for him, in that way. But, the idea is that, hey, man, chicks were on him because of who he was, not the car that he had. So there might be a chick rolling a Mercedes-Benz SL600 that'd be like, hey, so John, I was thinking, like, if anytime you want to use my car, you can, like, it's okay. You know what I mean? So, like, we're not going to be him, right? That's just kind of like the luck and sometimes the bad luck, right? But we can be miniature versions of a guy like that with our game, with the stuff that we're wearing, with our life experiences, with our confidence, with our worldliness, okay? With our attention to detail, attention to, focus on our lives and not building our lives around satisfying women. Have that satisfaction, as I've said, okay, be a byproduct of the way you are living your life, okay? So, yeah, right? So, channel your inner JFK Jr., right? Anyway, that's my video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you hate it, hit the hate button and say, Lee, I hate this video and you, my friend, suck. But whatever you do, click subscribe because it helps the channel grow. And by the way, I received a very nice comment from one of you guys. I forgot which one, but thank you very, very much. And it's nice to know that these videos are viewed and appreciated. So thank you. Okay then, all the best, and we will see you next time.